Transparency moment, sugar. Every day, I think about giving up. Every single day, there is something that I think about giving up on. Giving up on losing these stubborn 10 pounds. Giving up on thinking that could ever happen for me. Giving up on my business. Giving up on certain people and relationships. Giving up on adulting in general. Just giving up on everything and everyone. Now, it may only be for a second, but every day that intrusive thought comes in and attempts to get me to give up on something in my life. And I know I'm not the only one. The reason why you clicked on this video is because you think about giving up too. Wondering what would happen if I just threw my hands in the air and said, F it, I'm done. Now, there's a lot of reasons why we think about giving up, but the underlying reason is this is hard. Okay, life is hard. Okay, passing up on that chocolate cake for kale is hard. Okay, continuing to do the right thing when you keep getting the wrong result is hard. Staying 10 toes down in your business, your relationships, your financial goals when you feel like you barely holding on is hard. And when life gets hard, what most of us do is try harder. We stay later. We do more. We say more. We give more. We keep trying harder until we hit a wall and start feeling the stress of overwhelm, burnout, and start strongly considering giving up altogether. Because in those hard moments, those uncomfortable moments, giving up looks really damn good. Okay? Throwing in the towel and giving that thing up seems like the fastest way to get immediate relief. And our logic goes something like this. If I give up on that relationship, that business, that health goal, then I wouldn't have to deal with this stress and this discomfort. Makes sense, right? But here's where we must be very careful, sugar, because that immediate relief that comes from giving up will not give you lasting satisfaction in your life. Let me say it a different way. What you give up on today, you will regret tomorrow. Here's why. When we think about giving up, we're not thinking about giving up on a business, a health goal, a dream. We may think that we are, but sugar, that's just the surface. When we think about giving up, what we are really thinking about giving up on is ourselves. We are thinking about giving up on our purpose, our skills, our talents, what makes us us. When we think about giving up, we are saying, I am not enough. And I will never have what it takes to do this, be this, have this. So if we give up on that membership, that gym membership, that marriage, or that marketing plan, we will feel a temporary whew of relief. But deep down on the inside, a part of us begins to wither because we just sent a message to our soul that said, you cannot do that, be that, accomplish that. This is as good as it gets for you. So you might as well accept it. And that sugar, that is what causes the regret. That decision to give up on yourself today is the soil that nurtures your regret tomorrow and causes mediocrity to bloom in your future. So you might not regret pulling down your website, but you will regret pulling down your purpose. You might feel relieved after you give up on that thing, but shortly thereafter, you will also feel remorse because you know you gave up too soon. Then you find yourself walking around with this feeling of unfulfillment, like something is missing in your life. Now, before I say anything else, let me give this caveat. I am not speaking about situations that you know you absolutely need to walk away from, okay? There are some situations and circumstances where we absolutely need to turn and go in the opposite direction. So hear me, sugar. If you're in a situation where you know you need to give up, you know you need to walk away, or God has already told you that ain't it, please do not take what I am saying as proof of why you need to keep going. Sugar. Mm-mm. I'm not talking to you. Okay? I need you to do what you already know you need to do. Or if you previously gave up on something that you knew you needed to walk away from, I'm not talking to you either. So don't let the enemy play with your mind and take what I'm saying and try to twist it into guilt and get you rethinking about something that you know you did what you were supposed to do. All right? I'm not talking to either one of y'all. I'm talking to those of us who are in current situations where we know we need to keep our foot on the gas, but we keep trying to hit the brakes and give up. Because here's the truth. Here's the truth. Ready for this hard truth? You really don't want to give up. No, don't. No, you don't. You do not want to give up. What you are is tired. Yeah, sugar, you're tired. You're real tired. You're exhausted. You're tired of the discomfort. You're tired of things not changing. You're tired of getting the same result, which just so happens to not be the result that you want. You sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's really why you're watching this video. Not because you want to give up. Because honestly, you don't need to watch a video for you to give up. You're watching this video because you are tired as hell. And you want me to tell you how to not give up because deep down on the inside, you don't want to give up. There is still a flicker of something in you that just will not kneel. So you want me to tell you how to turn that flicker into the flame that helps you keep going. Well, I'm glad you found this video and you talking to me today because I'm about to tell you just that. All right. Now, you heard me say that I think about giving up every day. Every day. Okay. Yet, here I am right now talking to you. So while I may think about giving up, clearly I don't do it. And the secret to how I keep going can be summed up in just one word: resilience. Sugar, if you don't want to give up, then you will have to develop an internal resilience. Okay. And this is what I teach my clients all the time. All right. If we only focus on what's happening around us and we don't focus on what's happening within us, we are setting ourselves up to develop a pattern of giving up. When we think that the only way to relieve the discomfort is to remove the external stressor, we will start giving up every time we get uncomfortable, never realizing that once we give up on that stressor, another stressor is waiting to replace the one you just gave up on. So you end up in a cycle of stress and giving up, stress and giving up. Okay? Something else to consider. When we fall into this pattern of giving up and running from every discomfort, we will never develop the resilience to keep going and achieve our goals. Okay? I want you to think about it this way. Think about it this way. When boxers are training to win a fight, they do a bunch of exercises that perfect how they throw a jab and how they block punches, all with the goal of beating their opponent. All right. But a big piece of this training is also focused on how to take punches. Yeah. They practice getting punched in the face, body shots, uppercuts to the lip. They do this so that when they get in the ring, they won't stop fighting the moment the other person lands a punch. They will know how to keep fighting even with a split lip or a swollen eye. Sugar, this is resilience. Resilience is the ability to withstand difficulties, take a punch, recover quickly, and keep persevering. And you develop resilience by staying in the fight, not by giving up on the fight. And let's be clear, life is a fight, okay? Life is going to punch you in the face, and it does not hold back. But can you take a punch and keep fighting for the life that you desire and deserve? You've probably heard me say that the door to your next level is on the other side of that storm that you're facing. But if we lack resilience, we will run from every storm and miss our next level. You will throw in the towel and give up every time things will become difficult. Now, have you ever seen a boxer give up, throw in the towel, and still win the match? No, we'll never win if we keep giving up. But that boxer can't win if they give up. This is why resilience is crucial. If you are going to win, you have to have the resilience to keep going. You have to stay in the fight. Okay? So now that we know what resilience is and why it's important, let's talk about how we develop it. All right? There are different types of resilience. So the way we develop our resilience depends on which type we're focused on. All right. And there are three that we focus on that really help you keep going. All right. And that's psychological or mental resilience, emotional resilience, and physical resilience. All right. So let's start with psychological or mental resilience. This is the ability to maintain mental well being and stability in the face of stressful situations. Simply put, do you lose your head as soon as things get difficult? Do you allow your thoughts to run amok and run wild as soon as life gets hard? Let's jump back to the example of our boxer, all right? What do you think would happen if the boxer was, he's in the ring and got punched and immediately thought, oh my God, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. I just got punched. So I'm going to lose. If I lose, then, oh my gosh, there goes my endorsements. Oh my gosh, how am I going to pay my bills if I lose my endorsements? How am I going to? That boxer would have already lost the fight before the fight was even over simply because of a lack of mental resilience. So when he lost the fight in his mind, that sets him up to actually lose the fight in real life. Okay? When we lack mental resilience, we open the door to a mental spiral that leads to catastrophic thinking, panic, anxiety, which ultimately negatively impacts our performance. So now, to strengthen this form of resilience, our mental resilience, we have to practice staying present, not in the past, not in the future. Don't play the game of what if. Don't start focusing on things that have not happened yet. Stay in the present, in the now, okay? When things happen that we did not anticipate, and trust me, sugar, things are going to happen that we did not anticipate, all right? So when that happens and those intrusive thoughts come in, we have to stop them in their tracks so that we don't begin to spiral. All right. Stay right in the present. Next, focus on the positive. All right. Find something positive to focus your attention on. And I don't care what it is, find it. And before you say to me, oh, there's nothing positive to focus on, sugar, are you breathing? You breathing, right? Now, if that ain't positive, I don't know what is, because that means you're still alive. All right. So even if you only can focus on each positive breath that you take, all right, that's a positive thing that you can focus on regardless of what's happening around you. All right. So the more we can stay in the present and focusing on the positive, the more we can begin to build our mental resilience. All right. Next, emotional resilience. Let's talk about emotional resilience. This is our ability to regulate our emotions, manage stress, and emotionally adapt in difficult circumstances. Sugar, let me say this. Our mental resilience and our emotional resilience are connected. Your ability to keep your emotions in check is critical to your ability to keep going. All right. And your emotions, like I said, they do not magically appear. A lot of times we think that our emotions just show up. They just boo. No, sugar. No. Your emotions feed off of your thoughts and your environment. Like I said, our mental resilience and our emotional resilience are connected. All right. So let's jump back to the example of our boxer. All right. That boxer got punched in the face. Immediately, thoughts ran wild, begin to think about what would happen if they lost. All right. Well, if that boxer is thinking about losing, what do you think the emotions are that boxer is feeling? Probably fear, insecurity, despair, shame, panic, and a bunch of other emotions that will only serve to make the situation worse. All right. If we think the situation is negative, then our emotions about the situation will also be negative. And sugar, hear me good. It is impossible to get a positive outcome from negative thoughts and emotions. All right. It will be impossible for you to not give up when you put yourself in this type of negative headspace and negative heart space. All right. If I were to put this in a math equation, and by no, I am so not a math teacher, but if I was to pull out a math equation for this, it would be something like this. A mental spiral plus an emotional spiral equals I give up. Or mental resilience plus emotional resilience equals I don't give up. Sugar, when life gets hard, the best thing you can do is not get too hard on yourself. Hold on to your mental resilience and your emotional resilience. Don't allow your emotions to spiral all over the place. Don't start feeling like you're a failure. Oh, I can't get nothing right. Or don't start speaking that negativity over yourself. All right. Now, one way we can prevent this emotional spiraling is paying attention to what we're paying attention to. All right. What is feeding those emotions? Remember, I said our emotions don't magically appear. Okay. So what are you paying attention to that's probably feeding these emotions? Are you doom scrolling on social media? Are you interacting with a lot of negative people? How do you feel after those interactions? Are you watching movies or listening to music that elicits feelings of anger, sadness, insecurity, anxiety? Remember, our emotions feed off of our thoughts and our environments. So, to build emotional resilience, we have to be intentional about what and who we allow into our environment and what we allow to feed our thoughts and our emotions. Okay? Another tip that'll help us to build emotional resilience is to change your perspectives. All right. Sometimes we get into our emotional spirals because we can only see our doom and gloom perspective. We can't see the silver lining, or we can't see the opportunity that's amid the chaos. All right. And sugar, sometimes we get really emotional and want to give up because truly we're working hard. And if you've ever worked hard, you know that could be that could be an emotional process when we're working hard. It doesn't matter what you're working hard at. You could be working hard at cleaning the house. That's an emotional process, right? And so when we're in this state of working hard and we can't see the perspective of the results that we want, sugar, who that'll send you into an emotional spiral like nothing else. And if I'm being completely honest with you, this is the one that gets me in my feelings and make me crash out. When I'm thinking about giving up, 9 times out of 10 is because of this right here. Because if I've been working hard and I feel like I'm still coming up short, sugar, it ain't pretty. It is not pretty. But what I have found from working with clients and being in those type of spaces myself, more often than not, when we are in these situations, we are working very hard in the wrong direction or on the wrong thing. Let's go back to our boxer. Imagine if our boxer was throwing all the best punches at the air. Okay? All of this energy is being expended. So the boxer is working hard, okay, and exhausted, but has nothing to show for it. There's nothing wrong with the boxer. There's nothing wrong with the training. There's nothing wrong with the punch. But the boxer is still losing because the punches are not being thrown in the right direction. Now imagine if the trainer said, turn your hips to the right, keep your arm up, and help the boxer change perspective so that they could land every punch. Okay, sugar? Now, sometimes the perspective change we need is to adjust our method, adjust our direction, or just make small tweaks to our routine. And having someone in your corner that can remain objective, stay positive, and look at the situation with a fresh set of eyes to give you another perspective can really help you slow your emotional spiral. This could be a coach, a therapist, or even a close friend. But by surrounding yourself with positive people that can encourage you and help you gain a positive perspective about your situation goes a long way in helping you to build emotional resilience so that you don't give up. Now, if you need help building your emotional resilience, scan that QR code or click the link in the description to get some free resources that are guaranteed to help you keep going. All right, last one, physical resilience. Now, this refers to the body's ability to recover from injuries, illnesses, or physical stressors. All right. But I want to apply this a little differently here. Okay. And I want to ask you, sugar, do you take breaks? Do you get enough sleep? Do you exercise? Do you eat healthy? Do you eat enough? Real talk, sugar. How you take care of your body or don't take care of your body matters in your ability to not give up. How can we keep going and not give up if we are running on fumes and running our bodies into the ground? Okay? And all of it ties together, sugar. All of it ties together. Some of our thoughts about giving up might be because we haven't taken a break, a vacation, a staycation, and desperately need to give our bodies a rest. Some of our emotional spirals may be because we haven't slept, we only exercise once a month, and we are living off of coffee, Dr. Pepper, and Doritos. Okay? Sugar, it would be hard to maintain mental resilience and emotional resilience if we lack physical resilience. And if we lack physical resilience, it will only be a matter of time before we give up. Let's look at our boxer one last time. Let's say our boxer stopped exercising, started replacing water with nothing but soda, and stopped giving his body time to rest and recuperate. What do you think will happen when it's time for a fight? Will our boxer be positioned to win? Truth is, our boxer will be entering the ring vulnerable to every punch, every negative thought, and every emotional spiral because of a lack of physical resilience. Sugar, a lot of us are entering the fight for our lives, the fight to win, the fight to keep going, vulnerable because we are not working towards building a physical resilience. All right. And research has proven that the foods that we eat, how we take care of our bodies, and our daily habits significantly impact our mental and emotional health. So if our physical resilience is compromised, then our mental and emotional resilience will be compromised as well. And all of it impacts our ability to persevere, especially when life becomes difficult. So, to begin building your physical resilience, start by taking an honest inventory of your daily habits. Are you properly taking care of your physical needs? All right. Now, because all of us are different, our physical needs will be different as well. But some basic habits should include regular doctor's appointments, a balanced nutrition, regular exercise, adequate rest. So, sugar, remove what needs to be removed, increase what needs to be increased, and take care of the necessary steps to ensure that your body can handle whatever life throws your way. All right. Remember, your physical resilience impacts your mental and emotional resilience. All right. So if I had to pick one, if I had to pick one resilience type to start where you would start developing it first, I would say start developing your physical resilience because it helps to pave the way for greater mental and emotional resilience. And it can actually make it easier for you to build mental and emotional resilience as well. All right, sugar? All right, sugar. So that is how you begin to build resilience so that you don't give up and you can keep going. All right. Now, don't forget, scan the QR code or click the link in the description to take advantage of the free resources that are guaranteed to help you develop your resilience so that you do not give up. All right, sugar? Thanks for watching, sugar. I'll see you in the next video.